Let's Talk with Heather Dubrow. I can't even do it without crying.
Oh, really?
Okay, welcome everybody. I'm super hyper emotional. I'm just telling you now, I'm going to be crying a lot. In this episode, my lovely husband, Terry Dubrow, is here, which is very exciting. So thank you for being here, honey.
My pleasure.
We're going to talk today about a little bit about Housewives. We're going to talk a little about Terry's new show, Plastic Surgery Rewind, and we are going to talk about changes.
Yeah. Changes
that are going on with us, changes that are going on with our kids. And I'm going to start with this change that's going on here at PodcastOne. I can't believe I didn't think I'd be this emotional, but after 10 years,
wow.
10 years
yeah.
here at PodcastOne, I am ending my journey here. So we started with Heather Dubrow's world and morphed into Let's Talk. It has been a decade of podcasting. I remember when your agent, Lance Klein,
yes,
said to me, "You need a podcast." And I said, "That is a great idea. What is a podcast?"
Yeah.
And I had no idea. And I came here and I met Norm Pattis and we chatted for 2 seconds. And he was like, "Great. Yes, you need a podcast. This is a great idea." And here we are 10 years later. And wow. First of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone at PodcastOne, all of my co-hosts and guests, and especially my lovely producers, most recently Gabby and Steve, who've been with me for years, and of course Stacy and Kirsten, and just everyone that has been a part of Heather Dubrow's world and Let's Talk over the years, and especially all of you that listen and support and are part of the community. Honestly, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been incredible. I've learned so much. We've all shared so much. We've been through so many life events together. But I also want to say, you know, when a housewife leaves a show, what do they always say, honey?
The great things coming.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. That's right.
The big thing. We always hear stay tuned and then nothing ever happens. So I do want to say, I am very sad that my time here at PodcastOne is over and we've really had a beautiful decade together, truly. I am not ending my podcasting journey here. And there is a fun announcement coming in the next, I think it's in 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure, but
I'm very excited.
You stay tuned for that. And I think you're all going to be really excited about sort of what's next. Yeah. Where do we go from here? What's the next iteration? And what does this new chapter look like?
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it. And as sad as I am to leave my friends here, I'm excited for the potential of what's to be. And not only do I have an exciting announcement in about 2 weeks, but Terry and I have an exciting announcement that'll happen about the same time. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you're following me at Heather Dubrow on all platforms, and you will see those announcements coming very soon. I think it's 2 weeks.
Okay.
And there's that.
I love change.
Change used to be very scary for me.
Yes.
And I was never that great with change when I was younger.
Best things that ever happened to me in life are because of changes.
Well, you and I have a lot of changes going on in our life right now. Number one, I'm starting a new podcast journey.
Right.
Number two, our third child's leaving.
Wow.
To go to college. We only have one child left.
Crazy.
Number three.
That means I'm going to have to walk the dogs more.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
No, because Ace is the one that likes to walk the dogs, so I think you're okay there.
Yeah, but Ace makes me walk the dogs.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yes, okay.
And number three, your practice.
I moved my practice to Beverly Hills this week.
Is that crazy?
Yeah, yeah.
After how many years? 20 years?
Yeah, I've been in Newport Beach since 1996. Since
before we met.
Yeah, 29 years.
Yeah.
Crazy.
How do you feel about that?
I'm extraordinarily good with change because I really, as you know, live in the moment and I don't really know I sort of live in the next 6 hours. So the fact that I woke up yesterday.
It's true.
So, well,
first of all, my joke about Terry, this is kind of a visual, but my joke about Terry, my hands are up like I've just scrubbed for surgery. My joke about Terry is that Terry walks around like he's just scrubbed in for surgery. Like he doesn't touch anything. This man, and I mean this with a lot of love, okay? But all you have to focus on, you're a brilliant guy, great surgeon, you do many, many jobs, but really you just focus on literally the task ahead because you have a work wife, you have me, you have all of your support staff that makes it all work around you.
Yeah, not everybody can do it. It's easy for me to say, live in the moment, be mindful, you are where you're at, blah, blah, blah.
You can because of us.
I can because I don't have, everybody takes care of me.
It's true.
I'm like a child in an adult world, and then I do many sort of high-end things, but I don't have to sort of plan them at all. Everybody takes care of me in such a beautiful way.
It's true.
Yeah, I have to have the same office staff. One of my main office staff has been with me since 1996.
But isn't that so great? I mean, to me, that's a testament to you. I would say most of the people that work with us in our home and in our lives have been with us for 15 years.
Yeah. My shortest staff member is 17 years.
Who's that? Which one?
I think it's Jamie.
Really?
Yeah, 17
How long
years.
has Vicky been with you?
Since 1996.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Over 30 years.
I know. I've been very lucky. And I haven't had a lot of people come and go.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
And it also makes transitions easier.
I think I've been very lucky. You know, how ridiculously lucky am I?
So lucky. Wait, I want to talk about Cap, but before we do, I want to ask you, like, so I think a lot of people probably don't know this, but when you started your plastic surgery career, first of all, you go through how many years of training? 14?
You go to med school for 4, and then you do, in my day, 7 years of general surgery training and then 2 years of plastic surgery. So I started in Burbank and Newport Beach, same time. So I opened up a little office down the hall from my best friend in med school, Dr. Scott Foreman, an amazing orthopedic surgeon. He found me an office down the hall from him. And he goes, come down here and check it out. I go, what is this? He goes, this is Newport Beach. I'd never been.
But how long were you in Burbank for?
And then to make money, I joined a guy named Corzelius in Burbank.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like a year and a half. And so I lived in Santa Monica, the same place I lived while I was a resident at UCLA. And I would go Burbank and Newport Beach. Sometimes I'd go to each place twice in a day.
That's so funny. But I remember you telling me that you always thought you'd be a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon.
That's what I wanted to do.
And then, Scott shows you how gorgeous Newport Beach is, and you end up digging in down there, and you're there for 30 years.
Yeah.
And now, poof, here you are. And I mean, arguably, maybe even the peak of your career.
Yeah.
And now a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon. Like, what is that mentally? Does that do anything for you mentally?
I think nothing does that much for me mentally anymore because, like I said,
Thanks.
I live in my family does.
Okay.
But okay. So I love something about Beverly Hills I always love. When you're a kid growing up in Van Nuys, deep in the valley, we're very near Pacoima. Okay. You hear about Beverly Hills, right? And then when I was in high school, friends might say, let's go to a Beverly Hills party. You'd go, ooh, and you go over to Beverly Hills and everything was just so perfect in Beverly Hills, so clean. The sidewalks were just spotless. The restaurants, everything looked.
It was pretty.
So pretty. And
you didn't go to Beverly Hills till you were in high school?
And not once.
Really?
Yeah. And maybe twice when I was in high school. I lived in the valley. Our fancy place was Encino. That was our Beverly Hills.
Okay.
And then Beverly Hills was like, going to Harvard or something. It was like this unattainable place to live in. You never would go there, right? And then once I started to sort of get into medical school and start to get those level achievements and think about, well, maybe I'll be a plastic surgeon. I said, well, whoa, could you imagine being a plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills? And I always wanted to do it, but I go with the flow. My buddy said, you got to come down to Newport Beach. I go, okay, what is that? He showed it to me. I said, all right. And I just did it. And I ended up Newport Beach. But now that I'm in Beverly Hills, I must say, I walk around going, wow, this place is special. I really like it, You
can walk to work.
I can walk to work. Yeah. So, but I've always been very, very good with change. It never freaked me out. I remember when I loved UCLA Medical Center. I loved it. Okay. I knew everyone. I was extremely friendly. I'd walk down the hall. People were blown away. Hi, Terry. Hi, Terry. Hi, Terry. I was really social back then.
That's so
My face,
weird.
I was all over the walls because I did medical school, plastic. I did so many years of training there that every year they take a picture, they put it on the walls. I loved it there. I remember when I graduated and I thought, well, I'm probably never coming back here. For a second, I went, oh, and I went, nah. Anyway, never thought about it again.
Well, you are someone who's not that connected to things like that.
Well, which I like.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, it allows. So,
yeah, good.
Well, now that I'm in Beverly Hills, I really, really like it. Of course, I have to contrast it with, we've been sort of living up here and I've been commuting for 3 years, 2 years now to Newport Beach. And that's robbed me of 4 hours a day.
Yeah, commuting's hard.
Oh,
It's so hard. What's so funny is, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but when we met, so I had a 14-piece big band that I toured with. That was like my waitress job, meaning because I wanted to be an actress, right? So I would sing with this band. And, as I was getting better jobs and better agents and whatever. And so for 4 years, most of our gigs were in Orange County.
Right.
So I was driving to Orange County 4 or 5 nights a week. And then I finally, got some great acting gigs and I was doing stand-up and doing all these different things. And it was time to leave the band and, pursue this other part of my career. And I left the band and met you. I was like, I'm never going to Orange County again. And then I met you like 4 months later.
Yeah. It's funny. I don't miss Orange County at all. I don't miss anything about it. I mean, my mother lives there. We still have obviously a big life down there. You have a lot of friends down there. I have my best friend down there. We still go down there all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm like, wherever I put my keys down is where I live as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I just think it's fun. I have to, we were talking about how I was not good with change when we were younger. But what's weird is you and I, unwittingly, we didn't mean to, we move every 3 years.
Yeah.
Except our Crystal Cove house. We were there 6 years.
Yeah, that was a great house.
It was a great house. But I enjoy switching it up. Like, I know there's people out there, and there's no judgment in this, everyone's different, but some people like they like the one house, and that's their family home, and where the memories are. To me, it's like, if I'm with you and the kids, I don't really care where we are. With summer in full swing, I feel that familiar urge to refresh my closet, but I'm trying not to waste money on pieces I'll only wear once or just for one season. That's where Quince comes in. Their clothes are timeless, feel luxurious, look elevated, and the quality is way beyond what you'd expect for the price. It's the kind of wardrobe upgrade that just clicks. Think 100% European linen tops starting at $30, washable silk dresses and skirts, and soft cotton sweaters, versatile warm weather pieces you'll reach for again and again. And the best part, everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. All right, if you have never tried a Quince t-shirt, you have not lived. Their t-shirts are so soft, so delicious. You will want them in every single color, and their cashmere, unbelievable. Beautiful, washes well, wears well, soft, delicious. The quality is incredible. And for the price, I mean, you can't go wrong. And I really feel like, Quince has a lot of pieces that are year-round staples, and that's the best part. So for this price and year-round staples, you got to go to Quince. Give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/Heather for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Heather to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Heather.
The big question for me is always, where are we going? That's what I'm interested in.
What's next?
I mean, we have so many, I hate when people say this, like, just tell us what it is. We have so many things changing right now.
Yeah. Well, is it so bizarre? And it's not bad. Some people are worried about being empty nesters. Terry and I
want to be.
We're not. We ran into a couple last night, and they have 2 kids, and the second one is going off to college. He was the same age as Kat. And I said to the mom, I was like, oh my God, you're empty. Congratulations. You made it, empty nesters. I know that's not a totally popular opinion with some people, but I feel like we've been with them a long time. It's time for them to fly and do their thing. And I love watching them navigate the world. I just think it's fun. And also selfishly, for you and me, I mean,
I want to go and do.
Well, you know what's funny? We are about to only have one kid at home.
Yeah.
We've never had just one because we started with twins.
Yeah.
So we had 2 and then 3 and then 4. Having just one feels very light.
Yeah, it's exciting. But, you know, we're so close to our kids, so we see them all the time.
Yeah, we see them all the time. We talk to them all the time. We visit them all the time. And I love it. And I wouldn't change that for anything. But for me personally, I will say, I guess especially career-wise, now having another one in college definitely opens up time for me to pursue. I mean, even like, you know, taking classes at the Groundlings or, you know, these other things that I've been enjoying doing. Like I have more time for that stuff.
Yeah, no, it's an exciting time. I think one of the things, you and I are uniquely ambitious.
We like to work.
Yeah, and we want to do new things, you know? I want to do new things all the time.
We should talk about that because sometimes we get comments from people like, I don't know if you do, but I do. I get comments from people like, isn't it enough? Aren't you doing enough?
I try not to look at the comments. So
no, I mean
if you're
comments
commenting
from
about
people.
Me, I'm not
talking about social media.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying like I will I'll be, you know, talking to just an acquaintance or whatever. And like, oh, what are you up to? I'm doing this and this. Kind of want to do that and that. Like, why?
Yeah.
Aren't you doing enough?
Yeah. I mean, what I try to do is I used to try to live in, it was always about what am I doing in the next 5 years?
Right.
5 years. Now, and everything gets contracted as we get older because how much time do you have left? I try to do. I
know our friend was saying the other night, how many summers do I have left?
I know that was
Richard said it.
Richard said it. Who looks younger and has more time than Richard?
Right.
Perfect. But anyway, I try to. I live in this sort of 2 to 3 year thing where I want to make sure things happen in the next 2 years. I don't want to do them in 5 years anymore. I guess 5 years.
That's because we're old.
No. Well, I think we have resources. And if you're lucky and you have a platform and you have some power, you can affect change in your life within 2 years.
I agree with that. And that's interesting to me that you used to look at the 5-year plan because I remember we used to talk about that. I don't even, I just realizing this, my mindset has completely changed. So I'm going to just speak like as an actress, right? When you're in your 20s, we all feel the same way. Trust me. If I don't make it, if I don't get X by the time I'm 29, 32, whatever that number is for you, then it's never happening for me. And I'm going to do something like you're so crazed about the clock ticking when you're young.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is, but I know me and my friends all felt that way. And I'll tell you now at 56, I don't feel that way at all. And this is probably when I should be feeling that way, but I don't. I feel like, you know what? If it took an extra 6 months, if there's something I want to accomplish and it takes 2 months, 6 months, or 8 months, it doesn't really matter.
Well, that's because we were all worried about ticking off the big ticket items. Am I A, going to get married? B, am I going to get the right job?
I'm just talking about career, but yeah, I see what
C,
you're
am I
saying.
going to have kids by this certain age? The big monumental things that we've already done. So we're in this amazing situation where, well, we've done all the big ones. In fact, if nothing else happened, we wouldn't be happy about it, but we're good.
Yeah.
Now we really want to do the good stuff.
The extra stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this is the best part of my life right now. I'm extremely healthy. I have no medical problems.
Wait, I love that you just said that.
Yeah. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. I know I don't have to commute down to Newport Beach anymore. You make sure I don't work too hard, which I like, because back in the day, if I wasn't working, I wasn't living. Even you take me on vacation, I thought I got to get back to work, and I was so worried. And now you make sure that no matter how busy you get, you're not going to be that busy. Why are you crying?
Because I just love that you're so happy.
Oh, I'm so happy. It's unbelievable, you know?
Look,
everything else is now gravy for me. I do enjoy surgery, but if I never did another operation again, if I never got to do a TV show again, okay, if I never got to, I'm good. you want to hear something terrible? I'm going to say it anyway.
Say it.
I am comfortable dying right now.
Oh my God. Why do you say, all right, well now I don't need tissues anymore.
No, because I got to do.
Thank you.
You know, I got to do all the big ticket items that I really wanted to. I wanted to be a surgeon.
Yeah.
Then I wanted to be a plastic surgeon. Then I want to be a successful plastic surgeon. Then I want to be this and that. I got to do all those things. Now, you know, I want to do the really cool, hard to do stuff. That's what I want to do.
Like what? What's on your list?
You know,
give me two things. One thing.
I want to create a unique television show.
Yes, and you're pitching it. It's cool.
Yeah, and if I can get someone to do it, it will be successful. Everyone will watch it. It is a no-brainer. But short of funding it myself,
right,
you can't just do that.
You know, I remember, this is such good advice, but I couldn't take it at the time, but I sort of can now. I remember when we first moved to Newport Beach. So I went from being a full-time working actress, like 17 hours on a set. Loved every second. And my last show that I was a series regular on got canceled. I didn't get anything in that pilot season. We had been trying to have a baby. We ended up doing IVF, got pregnant with the twins. And I went from full-time working person to a full-time stay-at-home mom of two. Mm-hmm. That was a very difficult transition. I hated it. I hated not having any creative, and I had, listen.
Oh, you didn't hate doing it. You hated not having the other side of it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I love my children. I love being a mother.
Yeah.
But, and it's funny because I'll laugh with some of my girlfriends that when we all had babies at the same time, because my friends were all working people too. And it was very strange. And as most moms know, you know, when you first have kids, it's very isolating. You get very lonely. It's very exhausting, all of those things. So it was all those things. And I remember we had these babies and we were going back and forth between Newport Beach and LA, and I would do a pilot and then it wouldn't get picked up. We would do all these things. And you said to me, if I could give you a crystal ball and show you that everything is going to be fine and someday you will have everything that you want and do all the things you want to do, you'd relax. And I'm like, right, but you don't have a crystal ball. And it was very hard for me to not care about this other part of my life. And remember, this was before streaming and making your own content and social media and, you know, all of that stuff. So it was a much different time. I will say it's still amazingly good advice. Sometimes you need that fire, though, to propel you forward. But what I will say I'm so much better at that I realized the other day is enjoying the process. Because like you're talking about your TV show, and I'm curious about your thoughts of this. You're just talking about a TV show, but we all know how this goes. You come up with an idea, you work on a deck, you pitch out the idea, pitch it. Finally, you take meetings, nothing. Finally, if you're so lucky, you get someone who's interested. Maybe they want to develop it. Maybe they want to buy it. That all takes time. And
that takes 2 years.
And then you get the thing on the air, and it could go 2 episodes, and it doesn't work, and it's dropped. So here's the thing. The end result is almost inconsequential in comparison to the fact that this is a complete journey of creativity, of inception, creating, the meetings, the meeting of the people, all of that stuff. I am so much better at enjoying that whole process, understanding that then it's over and what? Yeah. How about you?
I want to do it. I don't want the process. I used to so much enjoy the process, and that was almost enough. I remember when I used to go pitch, I have pitched 25, 35 shows in my career. Okay. And I liked the driving to the before Zoom, the driving to meet the studio people, the networks, having the meet. I thought that was good enough. I don't want that anymore. I want to do it. I don't really mean
it like that. Yeah. I want to do it too. Yeah. I'm not saying that. I agree. You and I are in the same boat in that. I'm not saying just enjoy the process and who cares? I don't mean it like that. What I mean is, you can't be bugged by the process. You can't be hassled by it. Yeah. Things are different now. You don't get to drive to the studios anymore. No. Now it's Zoom meeting.
Much more efficient though now.
It is more.
All those studio meetings got.
But it takes the glamour off of it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're sitting
the process isn't as cool as it used to be.
The process is not as cool, but I would say I'm not hassled by it. I'm not stressed out by it. Not worried like, they don't want it, move on. cool. You know what I mean? Like how you'd hang on to it. I don't feel that way.
Well,
anymore.
I think we live in a unique time, which is great that you don't need a network. You don't need a studio anymore. Like one of the main things I want to do is these sort of short videos about what works and what doesn't work.
Like our Dr. and Mrs. Guinea Pig.
That we're going to do. We're going to tell you about things to eat, the glucose associated with that, whether IV NAD works, peptides, lasers, procedures, and it's almost going to be like one of these YouTube short video things. You're going to get an answer in 45 seconds. We're going to do a lot of that. We're going to do a lot of other stuff like that. But we have a unique platform to do that because I'm an expert. You're an expert.
So fun. And I love, like, we'll be sitting with people at a dinner or whatever. And I'm just going to use creatine as an example.
Yeah.
And we'll start talking about creatine because Terry and I believe creatine is that one of those supplements everyone should be on.
No doubt.
No doubt about it. And we'll just casually like start talking about creatine, tell our stories about creatine. And I swear to you, 10 out of 10 times. And by the way, we don't make a creatine in Consult Beauty, so I'm not trying to sell you anything.
No.
But 10 out of 10 times, everyone takes their phone out and says, how many milligrams?
Where do you get it?
Where do you get it? Which one do you like?
Yeah.
10 out of 10 times. So Terry and I were talking about it. We're like, you know what? It's time to bring Dr. and Mrs. Guinea Pig back.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do YouTube shorts and TikToks and show you guys what's out there because it's like the wild, wild west. I see people posting, and I find this a little scary. Even like people like on my show posting about peptides and testosterone and all kinds of things. And look, they're not trying to give medical advice or anything, but you know, when you have a platform and people are listening, what is actually working and what's dangerous. And
so for sure, I get to do that with you because
that's exciting.
It doesn't depend on a network saying, yes, here's the funds for it. And we're going to put it on at this time, this hour on this network. And so that I'm doing.
I'm going to put up a poll. Will someone remind me of what people want us to test and talk about? Let's hear what the people want. Let's Talk is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedies, celebrity interviews, news, or even motivational speakers, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue, right? And guess what? Now you can call the shots on your auto insurance too. Enter the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. The Name Your Price tool puts you in charge of your auto insurance by working just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, then they'll show you a variety of coverages that fit within your budget, giving you options. Now that's something you want to press play on all day. It's easy to start a quote, and you'll be able to choose the best option for you fast. It's just one of the many ways you can save with Progressive Insurance. Quote today at Progressive.com to try the Name Your Price tool for yourself and join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Companies and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Well, we're talking about change, right? What's coming up for us next? I mean, what's weird is right now, the same week, separated from 24 hours, our shows premiered.
How weird was that? By the way, we did something so funny the other night. Well, I failed yesterday. I shot this commercial, which I'm not allowed to talk about yet, but it was really fun. And I was going to take everyone along with me on the day, and then I totally forgot to film most of it.
Right.
Sorry. But this is what we did. We went to Steak 48 last night. I was curious to see how everyone was going to take Real Housewives. Mm-hmm. So one kind of way to look is to go on the X feed and see what people are saying, go on different social medias. So we went to Steak 48.
Yep.
We looked at the Twitter feed. We had drinks and we talked about the show because my show premiered that night and Terry's show premiered the night before.
Yep.
And it was just like kind of a fun thing to see. People were very excited that the show is back.
Yes. Yes.
Which was fun. And usually with the first episode, there's not too many trolls on there. It was pretty fine. Everyone's just excited that the show is back and happy to see everyone. Because the first episode of our show is usually just a catch up.
Right.
What have people been doing? Where are they? They do these fun carousels, which I like, which is like a few seconds of you and me, a few seconds of Gina and Travis, a few seconds of Tamara and Eddie. You know, I like that. It's cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was fun. So that's what we did on premiere night. Mm-hmm. We watched the feed and saw what everyone was saying.
Yep.
And your show came out too.
It came out the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah. My new show's Plastic Surgery Rewind. Botch presents Plastic Surgery Rewind. And I have no idea how well or not received it is yet. It's really hard to tell now. In the old days, you could get things called the overnight ratings and get a sort of an idea of how many people watched it. And then you would get the real ratings for like the first 24 hours, and then you get the 3-day ratings. Now, nobody watches it live. Well, I guess diehard fans do, right? Now you have to figure out, I think, within a week. So I have no idea whether Plastic Surgery Rewind is getting interest or not.
I saw some nice articles about it.
Yeah.
It was pretty buzzy. They were saying, what did I read? Aubrey O'Day found out that Diddy was arrested while you were filming.
I remember that. Yeah.
Is that on the show?
Yeah, it's on the show. Yeah, it's interesting. All these celebrities move into a house. They've all had some surgery, and then they discuss whether they want to remove their surgery. If they do, I take them to the operating room, and then we see how it affected their lives. Remember, I worked on that show for a year before we went into production. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yes. And how weird that would come out at the almost exact same time as that Orange County Housewives.
So bizarre. How many episodes is it?
8.
Oh. And
so, depending on the reaction, it'll go another season, or we'll do Botched again, or whatever. Who knows? The nice thing is Botched is still alive in a good way. I look forward to doing more Botched or Botched Presents or whatever. That's really fun. But at this stage of my life, I like to do multiple things. I just don't want to do one thing. I just don't want to do just surgery. I just don't want to do just Botched or just med legal or anything. I want to do many, many things with lots of potential time off.
I mean, speaking of time off, we have like a lot of trips planned.
Yeah. I mean, you have me working not at all in July. My office said you're working 3 days this month.
Well, listen,
3 days.
Terry and I are really good at sitting down and, discussing where we're at and what's important and what we need to be doing. And we really love traveling. Having said that, we really love working. So to find that balance is really important, and to find the balance of traveling with the kids versus traveling by ourselves and all of that.
Yeah. You know what amazed me? New topic, if you don't mind. How many of our friends don't eat and don't drink? They reached a certain stage in their lives where they stopped eating all sugar and stopped drinking.
And don't drink both?
And stopped drinking all alcohol.
I only know one.
Oh. Okay, that trip we just went on. Croatia.
Oh, 2 people on that trip.
2 people don't drink alcohol. 4 people don't eat sugar.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, so many people are willing, once they've reached a certain age, they seem to be so concerned about preserving themselves or something.
Well, I think that's great. I mean, look, there's obviously definitely some people who, I have a lot of friends like this who feel like alcohol doesn't serve them anymore.
Right.
And some of them, I mean, that's why I started trying microdosing mushrooms and all that stuff, because I was like, I had friends that were doing that instead of drinking. That's not my thing, by the way.
No, you're over it already.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm just not good with drugs.
Yeah.
I'm really not. Alcohol, like, I get it. I understand how to titrate it. I enjoy it. I like the what am I looking for? The
ceremony or the process. Yeah.
Yes. I like the glasses. I like the look of it. I like the beverage. I like how I feel.
It sets the tone.
It does set the tone. But I have to say, even for me, I had many months this year where I didn't drink at all.
Yeah. But it's just amazing. It interests me how many people are trying to live a super perfect, so almost, I think it's called aesthetic life. Where
Aesthetic?
I think so. Or maybe that means skinny. I don't know. But anyway, where aesthetic,
aesthetic is how you
look.
No,
but there's a term for it, where no sugar, no alcohol, almost like no joy.
It's hedonic.
Yeah. And
aestheticism.
Yeah.
What?
Aestheticism.
Yeah.
Aestheticism.
Yeah. What is it? AES or AS? What'd she say?
AES.
He's getting back up.
See, AES. aestheticism, right?
Yeah.
It's like a life without any kind of stimulation, almost like perfection.
Well,
as
but
if,
some
as if
people
you're
get
training,
buzzed different ways.
as if
Maybe
you're
they-
training for a USC fight.
Yeah. Well, people get their highs different ways. Some people get it
I don't think
from
they're getting highs.
endorphins from working out. One of the people you're talking about is very into fitness.
Yeah.
Very into fitness.
Well, that's just part of the
Another
aestheticism.
person you're talking about won't eat sugar but enjoys martinis.
Yeah. But anyway, people our age that we know of, a great percentage of them are pursuing that aesthetic life.
And then we have a bunch of friends that are lushes and just
And we try to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I feel like I've reached a pretty good balance. I love my new workout life.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that in our YouTube also about, working out at different decades of your life, because I think that is so important.
Yeah.
I like where I am workout wise. I like where I am with my relationship with alcohol. And food. I like it.
Yeah. I like the microdosing of tirzepatide.
He loves his
I love my
GLP-1s.
Monjaros, my Zepbounds. I love that stuff.
Do you think because of all of the information now about the cognitive effects and the work they're doing on Alzheimer's patients and all these different things, do you think it will become more like a supplement that people will be getting instead of a weight loss drug?
I don't, but I think there will be a boatload of people who use it for anti-aging.
Do you think they'll do a smaller dose for people that want it just for anti-aging and not for weight loss?
Like I do it, a very small dose done every 7 days or every 10 days, just to control the noise and the sugar and reduce the inflammation. That's what it's all about.
All about the inflammation.
Yeah, I think microdosing this stuff's amazing. The problem is the stuff's kind of expensive.
Will it be always, though?
Yeah, well, until it goes generic, which is not going to be for a bunch of time, I think.
Why? How does something go generic? Is it like music where a song has to be out for 100 years before it's?
But this is less time.
What's the word before it's? Public domain.
Yeah.
So you get it like Happy Birthday is now a free song. Do you know when I first was a young actress, you couldn't sing Happy Birthday on a TV show?
Really?
Nope.
Amazing.
They would sing like for He's a Jolly Good Fella or something.
Yeah, I mean, a drug company spends a tremendous billions in R&D, and they're allowed to be the only one to sell that drug for a certain period of time. And then after that time elapses, anybody can make it.
Right. So is it a standard amount of time or is it different for every drug?
I think it's a standard amount of time. Yeah, in general. But because there was a shortage, if there's a national shortage, then pharmacies are allowed to compound it, allowed to make it. And that's why people were getting online all of these GLP-1s, the Ozempics.
Oh, because there was a shortage.
There was a shortage. And then once the drug company says, okay, there's no shortage anymore, you can get it. We have unlimited quantity.
Can't compound it.
You can't compound it, but they're still doing it online. So you can still get it online, but you don't know, because a real pharmacy with real licenses it's illegal for them to make these drugs.
Oh, wow.
So, but you can still get them online. So now you're selecting out the pharmacies who are like willing to open up here and make it and sell it, and that are willing to be subjected to investigation.
Isn't that scary though?
It is.
How do you know what they're putting in it?
You don't. So I just recommend against taking all of these things compounded.
What do you think about, I've seen a lot of people selling gummies and stuff that are like GLP-1 adjacent sort of things.
Well, there are, there's always these supplements, and we have one, berberine, that sort of have like GLP-1 effects. Yeah. And they avoid all the side effects and the expense and so on of the injectables. But it depends. I mean, just as long as they're sort of based in science, but they're not obviously going to be as powerful as the prescription drugs. The question is, who do you get it from? Do you have a doctor who's willing to prescribe you these drugs for off-label indications? Because I take these off-label. I take them for anti-aging. I take them for reduction of inflammation, this microdosing. And it's tremendously effective. And I think ultimately, a greater. I mean, a lot of people were taking metformin for anti-aging.
Yeah,
that was a big deal. Yeah, I think it's a big deal. You certainly don't take it for, it's indicated
No,
use.
but it has similar properties to the GLP-1s. So it's shutting down the sugars and the inflammation, which I think is so great.
Yeah. So
can you take metformin and GLP-1s together?
I mean, in general, the answer is yes, you can. For an individual, I'm not giving any medical advice to any individuals.
No, he's not your doctor.
But you'd have to check with your doctor, but definitely you can take those together. You know, there's some sort of side effects you can get with metformin, lactic acidosis, and other things, which we don't need to talk about. But yeah, absolutely. I think they're wonderful together. I take them together.
We are going on a family trip on Sunday.
Yes.
We're going to be in Idaho.
Yeah.
Idaho.
Yeah, Lake Coeur d'Alene.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty. I'm a little concerned because I like to work in my little sort of stimulated thing, and it's very, very super high end, but it's very same. So I'm a little concerned when I get them go, okay, what is it we're doing today?
You were concerned about going on the ship as well, and that was a great trip.
It was a great trip, but we were on a ship.
It was very high life.
I mean, this is very, very nice. But
you know what's nice about this trip, I think, is that I like the way I've planned the whole thing. I feel I'm so happy that we have. So our kids wanted to bring friends. And I said, that's fine, but not till halfway through the week.
Right.
And actually, it's even less than that. So we have like 4 days alone and 3 days they have their friends. So it's perfect. So we can spend 4 days with the kids, running around, doing all the things and enjoying them. And then their friends can come and we can have some alone time because honestly, the week, I mean, that's right before everyone's leaving. Because then Kat's going to go to college. Max is going to go back to Boston. Nikki's going to move back into his house. And then we just have Ace.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So my concern on a trip like this is, this is my problem. I get up, okay, and I have to try not to overeat.
Yes.
And then when do I have my first cocktail?
This is not good.
Okay. And then once I break the seal on the cocktail, all hell has broken loose.
It's just not good.
Yeah.
I will tell you, we have another fun trip coming up as well.
Wow. That one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. So Ace is doing a summer program in Europe at a college and very excited about it. He found it himself, applied himself, got
Amazing.
and is doing this very cool entrepreneur thing for a couple of weeks. And so I thought, God, that's far. Maybe we should hang out in Europe for a couple of days, just make sure he's okay and settled. And that turned into me and Terry going to the south of France.
Yeah,
I love.
That's going to be insane.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So we're, in terms of, again, breaking the seal on the cocktail, when we're in the south of France, it's like, okay, it's 10 a.m., but what time is it in Los Angeles? Oh,
we're fine.
Oh, we're good.
It's like when you go to the airport, time doesn't exist.
Yeah. One of the things I'm very happy about that I'm doing that I would recommend people do is and it's easy for me to say this because, I've reached a certain stage in life, but I focus on my whole day about when am I going to do my body moving? When am I going to move the bones?
You're very good at that. You're also very good at, Terry really keeps up with the trends. We're going to talk about this on our TikToks and YouTube also, but about, like I was saying, working out in different decades. But also, we're not going to get into it because we know Terry loves to talk about zone 2. But this whole concept of zone 2 and training, I realized, people were saying maybe a year ago, you're too skinny. And what I realized was when I started, just doing Pilates and I wasn't doing the HIIT training anymore, I wasn't lifting. Mm-hmm. And I love how long and lean and, I'm so strong in the core. But I just, recently picked up the weights again and I'm doing all that. So glad about that.
Yeah. I mean, you have to do resistance training, men and women. Women really, really important because you get osteoporosis more easily. You got to preserve your lean muscle mass. And you've got to do this sort of slow, long, cardio thing. 60% of your maximum heart rate. That's called low intensity, steady state or zone 2 training. And you got to elevate your protein, and you should be protein intake, and you should be taking creatine. These are like the minimums,
What are you most excited about for our alone trip?
I love the music. in these clubs.
Yes.
I love the clubs.
Okay, so if you've not been to one of these places, South of France, St. Bart, there's any other places. I'm sure there's other. I'm sure Greece does this kind of thing,
And probably the Amalfi Coast.
the Amalfi Coast. So they have these places you go, and I've talked about them before, where you go and you have lunch, and it's like a 3-hour lunch.
Yes.
Food is spectacularly
Amazing.
good, and the music
Is insane.
so good.
And it always ends with ABBA.
Though there's 4 songs.
There's 4 songs.
There's I Guess the Rain Down and Out.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then
That one? Toto. There's always Toto. There's always Dancing Queen.
Yes.
There's always Bop Bop Bop. What's that one?
Oh, yeah.
Neil Diamond.
Yeah. Sweet
Caroline.
Yeah.
Bop Bop Bop. Those 3
Yeah.
are definite.
Yeah.
There's one more that we're not coming up with.
Well, yeah.
But it's so funny. And I remember we were in St. Bart with Mike and Nancy and another couple who lives in St. Bart, and they were laughing about, the music and everything, because they don't usually go to those kind of places
Right.
unless they have friends in town,
Right.
and we were there. But even when those songs played, they were up and
they're so
dancing.
good.
It was so funny. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God. But you know what's really nice about these places? Everyone's dressed beautifully. The music's
Except for
great.
me.
The
Yeah.
air, you always look good. The air is good. It's just so nice.
Saint-Tropez, I love the beach there where you can literally walk out a quarter mile and you're still only up to your waist.
It's so nice.
And it's warm and it's perfect.
It's going to be really hot.
In Gazer?
No,
Oh,
in
Saint-Tropez. It's
Saint-Tropez.
going to be really hot in Coeur d'Alene this.
Oh, it's going to be really hot there too.
Yeah, that's going to be challenging. And are we doing the boat thing?
Yeah.
How many days are we doing the boat thing?
2. Got the
Okay.
boat thing going. Do you want to play golf with Nikki?
Maybe,
No.
no.
I arranged some Pilates for me and the kids that like to do Pilates. I'm excited about. You and I are going to hike.
It's funny, there isn't a good water thing for us at Coeur d'Alene. It's like, let's go in the water. How many times do we go in the water in Coeur d'Alene? We don't. It's weird.
Yeah, you and I really don't.
Whereas
Can,
Saint-Tropez,
though.
we go in the water.
We do.
Is it because it's cold? I don't
The
know.
water's cold, but it should be very nice now.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm excited. All right. So talk to me about what you're looking forward to.
So I'm looking for.
Because we're like midway through the year, right?
Yeah.
So this is the halfway point.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I was on the phone with my manager the other day, and we're talking about the things that we are what's going on right now, and how we're going into the last half of the year like strong. Like I feel really excited about things that we're doing and what's going on. So tell me what that is for you. Here's your half year check-in. What's good now? What are you excited about?
So expanding my practice in Beverly Hills.
Awesome.
Okay. Number 1. Number 2, maintaining a very thorough, extensive workout program here because now I have more hours because I'm not commuting so much. I look forward to this new project where we're going to test things on ourselves and put it out there and teach people what
So
works.
fun.
Because there's so much BS out there.
Yeah.
There's so much being sold that doesn't work. I look forward to the possibility of maybe doing a new show, that I've always wanted to do. We'll see if that happens. And, just continue to be on a path of health and wellness and longevity because I'm now in the downward slide where things that haven't happened yet will happen in the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years, and just making sure I monitor myself so I figure it out before it figures me out. You know what I mean? And then, continuing having this wonderful relationship with you and our kids and moving to the next stage of life and doing a lot of different things and helping people. What about you?
Well, I love that our son Nick has on his phone, "This too shall pass." Because Tom Hanks, he's the one that I heard say it, but he was, in a conversation with other people saying "this too shall pass." That means good things and bad things. So when things are bad and you say "this too shall pass," like things will get better. When things are good, "this too shall pass," meaning enjoy them and appreciate them while they're good.
Yeah, and don't expect them to always be there because they won't.
Because they won't. So you really have to, which is I think what I was kind of getting at before about enjoying the process of like doing shows and stuff. It's like this too shall pass. I'd rather be in play
Yeah.
than not, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I had a pretty good season on Housewives, I think. Obviously, I haven't seen it.
We'll
so
see. Yeah.
well, talk to me in 12 episodes and I'll let you know if I feel the same way. But I really felt more like myself this year. This is also, since I've been back, I feel like the first year someone wasn't lying about me
Yeah.
on the show, which was very nice and refreshing and allowed me to really just be,
Right.
which was nice. I obviously, most important to me is our family. So my relationship with you, and I love all the things that we're doing together,
Yeah.
and the trips we're taking, and the businesses we're working on, and even new products we're doing. It's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
I love all of that. And as a mother, they say you're only as happy as your unhappiest child. And I'm going to get emotional again. And, this too shall pass. But right now, they're all good.
Yeah, they're all pretty good.
They're all pretty good.
It will change.
Yeah, of course it does. It's mercurial, that's kids, it's parenting, it's up and down. But I like that all four of them are on the precipice of something interesting and unique. All four of them. And I love watching that and being a small part of it and guiding and helping and seeing them fly. I just love that. That feeds my soul. Personally, I have no idea what's going to happen with these projects we're working on. And there's TV things and there's podcasting and there's all these different fun things. And I'm excited to see how everything shakes out. I think I'm just I'm in a, you said it before, and I think, I'm in a very good, happy thing. I mean, I wish my hormones were balanced every day. That would be nice. This menopause thing sucks.
Yeah.
Really, man. I feel all you girls. There's this girl on TikTok, Melanie, and she created this club, the We Do Not Care Club. It is the funniest. We do not care that we forgot what we were going to say when we walk into the room. We do not care that we're not wearing, pants with zippers anymore. Like, it's just so, and it's a huge community.
Well, that's good.
Millions of people, women, all saying what we do not care about anymore because we're at this stage of life. It's brilliant. And I love it. And I love the community she's created. And it's freed me up a bit to be like, yeah, you know what? I don't care. I'm making myself happy, which I think I haven't done always.
That's good. Well, you've had 10 amazing years here at PodcastOne. You've done an amazing job with incredible content. And I have an idea of what's coming next for you. And I think it's very concrete and very on and very interesting. And I love you and I love where you're going. And I think for you, this is certainly one of the most exciting time in your life since, you were doing your, own show on NBC. Well, CBS and NBC.
Yeah, thank you. I think those days were easier in a way because before we had kids, it was just
that was it.
Our relationship and our separate careers.
Yeah.
So it was a little more binary, right? It was easy to track and, we were on a good trajectory and all that. And then after all these years, But you are a very experienced, successful CEO of your and our lives. You hold many hats, a lot of businesses, a lot of resources, and you're in control. And I don't know how you do it. I have I'm like the chief technical officer at your company, and I just have to do one thing and focus on how does this object work? Can I make this object better? All I have to do is work on this. Where you have to work on you're like the Tim Cook of our lives. You have to manipulate everything. You do it, so well. And I'm so thankful for you and grateful for you and grateful to be just one of your humble servants in your life and be able to participate in Heather Dubrow's world. Because Heather Dubrow's world, I'm telling you, ever get a chance to visit or live in or experience Heather Dubrow's world, it's
a giant multi-million-dollar, totally interesting enterprise with a lot of facets to it, and it's fun and cool. And I invite you to stay and be a part of it in the future. It's incredible.
Well, that was really sweet. I'm crying again. This is all very bittersweet. A lot has happened this last 10 years.
Yeah. And this is, I think, the sweet spot. So let's do it. Let's move on and explode through to the next phase, Stoicism. By the way, if anybody wants to, if you're at a phase of your life where things are not good, things are good, things are changing, I invite you to go online. You can go anywhere and just look up Stoicism, the spiritualism of Stoicism, and just read about it, see videos on it. It's a really healthy way to live your life.
Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you. I can't even do this, but thank you all for being with me for the last decade. I am so grateful for all of you. Again, so grateful for everyone here at PodcastOne. Thank you for listening, for supporting, for working with me, all of the things. I am just, humbled, honored to have been here for a decade. I'm excited for you all to see what is about to happen and what we're doing next. I'm super excited. It's completely new, different, interesting, and I'm hoping you'll all come along with me. So thank you. And to end things, I am going to give a nod to the fabulous Jonathan Bluth, who wrote a theme song for Heather Dubrow's World 10 years ago. And he's just wonderful and sent it to me. And, it's just the best. So we're going to play it out with that. Bye, everyone.